The Pegasus Airlines flight had just landed when it slid off the runway and stopped just metres above the shoreline in Trabzon on the Black Sea. 162 passengers and 6 crew were on board. No serious injuries have been reported. The airport has been temporarily closed. The Iranian oil tanker that's been burning in the East China Sea since last week has sunk. These pictures, broadcast by Chinese state TV, show the ship barely visible above the water. 29 crew members are missing, but Iranian officials say there is no hope of any of them will be found alive. The tanker was carrying nearly 1 million barrels of oil when it collided with a cargo ship on January the 6th. Adrian Brown has more from Beijing.
Well, according to Chinese state-controlled television, the Sanchi sank at around noon local time on Sunday. Before it went down, there was a large explosion and also a large plume of smoke, more than 1,000 meters high. These pictures were recorded by China's Coast Guard. Now, the Sanchi was involved in a collision with a Hong Kong registered freighter. The crew of that freighter all survived, all 21 crew members. Sadly, the crew of the Sanchi were less fortunate. So far, only 3 bodies have been recovered. The Sanchi was carrying a cargo of 136,000 tons of ultralight crude oil known as condensate. What concerns groups like Greenpeace is how much of that crude could potentially leak over the coming days, weeks and months. We know that some of the oil has been burned off, but not all of it. Now, this vessel has gone down in waters that are part of Japan's economic zone. So presumably, Japanese authorities will now be investigating to see how much of their waters have now been contaminated, because, of course, fishermen in that area depend on those waters for their livelihood.
Still ahead on this Al Jazeera News Hour, hackers in your home, the new warning as our worlds become ever more connected. And the New England Patriots' progress will tell you how the Super Bowl champions got a step closer to defending their title in sport.